Nevertheless, he still has some more questions. Who is possible for one to of the stars? To whom to do they belong? The businessman returned, "Perhaps I don't know, to nobody. Then they belong to me because I was the first person to think of it. Is that all that is necessary? Certainly. Where you find a diamond that belongs to nobody, it is yours. When you discover an island that belongs to nobody, it is yours. When you get an idea before anyone else, you talk out a parent of it. It is yours. So with me, I owe the stars because nobody else before me ever thought of only them. Yes, that is true, said the little prince. And what do you do with them? I administer them, replied the businessman. I count them and record them. It is difficult, but I am a man who is naturally interested in master of consequence. The little prince was still not satisfied. If I owe a shield score, he said, they could pull it around my neck and take it about with me. If I owe a flower, I put I could pluck that flower and take it about with me, but you cannot pluck the stars for heaven. No, but I can put them in the bank. Whatever does that mean? That means that I write the number of my stars on a little paper. And that I put this paper in a drawer and lock it with a key. And what is odd is that is enough, said the businessman. It is interesting, so the little prince. It is rather poetic, but it is of no great consequence. Old master of consequence, the little prince had ideas which were very different from those of grown-ups. I myself of a flower. He continued his conversation with the businessman, which I water every day. I have three volcanoes, which I clean out every week. For I also clean out the one that is extinct. One never knows. It is of some use to my volcans, and it is of some use to my flower. That are of them, but you are of no use to the stars. The businessman opened his mouth, but he found nothing to say in answer, and the little prince went one way. The grown up are certainly altogether extraordinary, he said simply, talking to himself as he continued on his journey. Chapter 14. The first planet was very strange. It was the smallest of all. There was just enough room on it for a street lamp and a lantern. The little prince was not able to reach any explanation of the use of a street lamp and a lantern. somewhere in the heavens, on a planet which have no people, and no one house, but said to him, nevertheless, it may well be that it may well be that he it may well be that this man is absolute, but he is not so absolute. He is as the king, the conceit man, the businessman, and the traitor. For at least his word are some mating. Where he leaves this strange leaf, it is as if he brought one more star to live, or one flower. When he puts out his lamp, he sends the flower or the star to sleep. That is, that is a beautiful occupation. And sign it is beautiful, it is truly useful. When he arrived on the planet, he respectfully salutes the lamplight. Good morning. Why have you just pulled out your lamp? Those are the orders, replied the lamper. Good morning. What are those orders? The orders are that I put out my lamp. Good evening. And he lighted his lamp again. But why have you just lighted it again? Those are the orders, replied the lamper. I do not understand, said the little prince. There is nothing to understand, said the lamplight. Orders are orders. Good morning. And he put out his lamp. Then he mopped his forehead with a handkerchief decorated with red squares. I followed a terrible profession. In the old days it was reserved. I put the lamp out in the morning, and in the evening I lighted it again. I have the rest of the day relaxing and the rest of the night for sleep. And the orders have been changed since that time. The orders have not been changed, said the lantern. That is the tragedy. From year to year, the planet has turned more rapid, and the orders have not been changed. That what? Asked the little prince. The planet now makes a completed tours every minute, and I longer have a single second for repose. Once every minute I have to light my lamp and put it out. That is very fun. They last only 1 minute. Here where you live? It is not funny at all, said the lantern. Well, we have been talking over. A month has gone by. A month? Yes, a month. 30 minutes, 30 days. Good evening. And he lighted his lamp again. As the little prince watching him, he felt that he loved his lantern, who was so faithful. So he ordered. He remembered the sunsets which he himself had got to seek. In other days, Merendi by putting up his curry, and he watched Woo, and he wanted to help him friend. You know, he said, I could take me away to can rest whenever you want to. I always want to rest, said the lighter, for it is possible for a man to be healthy and lazy at the last time, the same time. The little prince went on with his explanation. Your planet is so small that three strangers might talk you all the way around it. To be always in the sunshine, you need only walk along rather slowly. Where you want to rest, you will walk, and the day will last as long as you like. That doesn't do me much good, said the lantern. The one thing I love in life is to sleep. There you are, then you're unlucky, said the little prince. I am not lucky, said the lantern. Good morning, and he pulls out his lamp. The man, said the little prince, saw himself as he continued farther on his journey. The man couldn't be scorned by all the others, by the king, by the conceited man, by the trapper, by the businessman. Nevertheless, he is the only one of them who does not seem to the ridiculous. Perhaps that is because he is thinking of sometimes elsewhere uses himself. He read a sheet of writing, and said to himself again, that man is the only one of the damn of whom I couldn't have met my friend, but his planet is indeed too small. There is no room on it for two people. What the little prince did not dare confess was that he was sorry most of all the left this planet, because it is where the best every day with 1440 sometimes. Chapter 50. The sixth planet was then time later. The sea, the sixth planet, was 10 times lighter than the last one. It was inhabited by an only old gentleman, gent- gentleman who wrote voluminous books. Oh, look, there is exploring! He exclaimed to himself where said the little prince coming. The little prince sat down on the table, and panted a little. He said he had already traveled so much and so far. Where do you come from? The old gen- gentleman said to him. What is that big book? Said the little prince. What are you doing? I am geographer, geographer, said the older gentleman. What is a Geographer? Asking the little prince. A geographer is a school historian who knows the location of all the shared rivers, troves, mountains, and deserts. That is very interesting, said the little prince. Here at last is a man who has already profession, and he cast a look around him on the planet of the geographer. It was the most magnificent and enslaving planet that he had ever seen. Your planet is very beautiful, he said. Has it any oceans? I couldn't tell you, said the geographer. Ah, the little praise was deserved. Has it any mountains? I couldn't tell you, said the geographer. And tolls and rivers and desert. I couldn't tell you that either. But you are a geographer. Exactly. The geography say, but I am not a explorer. I haven't a single explorer on my planet. It is not the geographer who goes out to count the tops, the reefs, the mountains, the seas, the oceans, and the desert. The geographers is much too important to go laughing about. He does not leave his dress, but he received their exploring in his study. He asks them questions, and he notes down that they recall of their travels. And if the record of any one among them he seemed interesting to him, the geographer orders an inquiry into that exploring more current. Why is that? Because an explorer who thought Lewis couldn't be discerned on the books on the geography. So couldn't explorer could act too much? Why is that? Asked the little prince. Because interested men see so. Then the geographer couldn't know though 2 months in a place where there was only one. I know someone, said the little prince, who wouldn't make a bad explorer. That is possible. The very moral courage of the explorer is so shown to go beyond and inquiry is ordered into his discovery. One goes to see it. No, that couldn't be to comprehend, but one requires the experience to furnish proofs. For example, if the discovery in question is that of large mountain, one requires that large stores be bought back from it. The geography was suddenly strained to extremity. But you came from far away. You are an expert. You so describe your planet to me. And having opened his big register, the geographer sharpened his pencil. The receipt of explorers are pulled down first in pencil. One watches until the explorer has finished first, before putting them down in ink. Well, said the geographer expectant. Oh, where I live, said the little prince. It is not very interesting. It is all so small. I have three volcans. Two volcans are active and activated and the other in extinct. But one never knows, said the geographer. I have also a flower. We do not record flowers, said the geographer. Why is that? The flower is much beautiful thing in on my planet. We don't we don't record them, said the geographer, because they are impermanent.